G'day guys, HJBricks here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I certainly am, and today I am super excited because we have just been leaked a list of all of the 2023 rumored LEGO Star Wars sets. This list looks absolutely insane and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now guys, we are finally made it. We are pretty much at the end of 2022 and we are looking forward to 2023. Of course, we are still in the end of October, but let's be honest, once we, start Christmas preparation, all that sort of stuff, the year is pretty much over. And so that means we will start to be looking at some of the LEGO Star Wars sets that we'll be releasing both at the start of next year and at May of next year. So we have the two sort of waves. First one's being January 1st, second wave being May 1st. Now, of course, LEGO tries to keep their LEGO sets top secret, but it doesn't always work out the best, and they pretty much always end up getting spoiled to the public. And so I don't think it's necessarily spoiling, and I think LEGO community purposely does it, or the LEGO group purposely does it to help gain interest in their sets, but it is just something I've noticed. So the first set that is going to be on our list is, of course, the May the 4th promo, set 40591. Now, of course, this isn't a LEGO set that's going to be for sale because it will come out with as the promotional set with the UCS set, which we will get into a little bit later. But so that means the price is unknown. However, I believe later down the line, these sets typically tend to release for maybe $20-ish. Don't quote me on that, and it's only if they've got extra stock that they do sell these promos as separate sets. But of course, piece count, we're not sure yet. Minifigs, we're not sure yet. The only thing we really know is that the release date will be May the 4th. And so we can have a look at some of the other sets we've gotten in the past few years. We have gotten, this year most recently, we got the Lars Kitchen Homestead, and so that was to be released with the Luke Skywalker UCS Landspeeder. So that was a decent promotional set, I guess. But then the years before that, we had these little diorama sets. And so I think LEGO might stick with that sort of direction. It was only they released the Homestead because of that UCS Landspeeder. But I guess we will just have to wait and see what happens. Now, the next one we have here is the Endor BrickHeadz, set 40615. Now, this one is going to retail for $40 US, and so because it has that higher price tag, that's why I'm thinking it will be something similar to these BrickHeadz of the Hogwarts Professors that we got just later in 2022. So when I think of that sort of price range, that's what I'm thinking of. Of course, you can see I do have an Endor soldier just up in the top right corner here, and so imagine 4 Endor soldiers or something like that. So the piece count is still to be decided, and of course there are no minifigures released in this set because it is going to be a BrickHeadz, and this one is going to be releasing on January 1st. And so if not Endor soldiers, the other thing I had in mind was maybe something like this, where we got the speeder and we also got a scout trooper on that speeder bike, or we might get something similar to the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, where we have some sort of duel. Maybe we have a scout trooper versus an Endor trooper, something like that. Not too sure what we will see from that set just yet. Now, we do have another BrickHeadz on the list, and that is going to be the Tusken Raider, set 40263. And so this one, I believe, is going to be kind of similar to the Ahsoka BrickHeadz, just, that one singular packed BrickHeadz. And so this one is going to be releasing for $10 US, an unknown piece count. Of course, no minifigures, and this one will be released on May 1st. So this one will be another great BrickHeadz to add to the collection. Now, the next set we've got here is the Slave 1 Microfighter, set 75344. And so I'm sure a lot of you know what Microfighters are. Recently, the most recent one we've had, I believe, was the Razor Crest Microfighter. Other than that, we also had the Millennium Falcon Microfighters. And so these are really fantastic little sets where you get a little ship, and then you also get your little collectible character for a price that isn't insanely overpriced as well. So this one will be $10 US. We'll have a piece count of 85 pieces, one minifigure, and will be released on January the 1st. Now, the next set we've got here is one that's going to have a lot of hype behind it, and that is the Specialist 501st Battle Pack, set 75345. And I think this is one of those sets that has taken a lot of people by shock. I know when I first heard about this set, I thought, surely not, how can that be true? We've just had the 501st Battle Pack, but I guess because this was such a sought after and heavily requested set, I mean, those 501st Battle Packs were off shelves for months. So I think it's because of that is why they're going to be releasing this additional Additional Specialist Battle Pack. Now this is going to be more like a traditional battle pack, as we can see there, $20 US, 119 pieces, and only 4 minifigs. So we're going back to the old battle packs as opposed to the newer one where we had the 2 droids included as well. But this one will be released on January the 1st. And so this is going to be really fantastic for all those army builders. And of course, we did have that original 501st battle pack, which came out in 2020 actually now. But it will be fantastic to add the new battle pack to the old one and create your very own little army. Now the next set we have here is the Pirate Snubfighter, set 75346. Now not a lot is known about this ship at all, but it is said to be making an appearance in the Mandalorian Season 3, so I can't tell you much about it, but it does have a price of $35, piece count of 285 pieces. Minifigures is still to be decided, and it will be released on May 1st, so closer to the release of the Mandalorian Season 3. But if we do get a ship that looks something like what we have in the picture, I think that will be very, very nice for the collection. The only thing I'm worried about is that size doesn't really seem right for that $35 price point, but I guess we'll see. The next one we have here is the TIE Bomber. Now, this was part of the UCS fan vote back when we got the gunship. Of course, M&R Productions carried us through to get the UCS gunship with the gunship gang. But so they are now releasing a TIE Bomber, unfortunately not as a UCS scale, but more as that little play scale. So this one will have a price of $65. Will have a piece count of 625 pieces. Will come with 4 minifigures and has a release date of January 1st. So I think this is a really great set to be coming out, and I do believe it will go fantastically with the TIE Fighter, which is still currently on shelves at the moment. I've just got that in the top right corner there. But this looks like a really solid set to add to the collection. Now the next one we have here is another one from Mandalorian Season 3, and that will be the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus the TIE Interceptor, set 75348. And so personally, this Mandalorian Fang Fighter is a ship I've never seen before. I don't think it's ever been in any TV shows or anything like that, but this thing looks sick, as it really reminds me of just the Mandalorian Starfighter with that flat angled sort of look to it. But I think this one will look sick, especially going up against that TIE Interceptor, which looks so menacing and so clean. This one will have a price of $100 US, so we can expect 2 very, very big ships here. I think this will be fantastic. This will be such a great duel set. Of course, 957 pieces. That sounds fantastic. Minifigures are still to be decided, but I'm assuming we can definitely expect the Mandalorian, Grogu, and maybe a couple, hopefully 1 or 2 more Mandalorian figures along with that. And then this one will be released on May 1st. And so the set that I'm kind of picturing when I think about this set is, of course, the Ultimate Space Battle, set 7283, which was released quite a few years ago now. But we can see that in this set, we got the 2 Jedi Starfighters, and then we got a couple of General Grievous's bad guy ships as well. So I'm really hoping something similar to that for this Mandalorian set. Now, the next sets we have here are going to have a lot of hype behind them, and that is, of course, the Helmet series, set 75349 and 75350. The first one we have here is Captain Rex, which will be the Phase 2 version, coming in at a price of $70, as all the BrickHeadz are, with a piece count of 854 pieces, no minifigures, and a release date of March 1st. And then the second Helmet series we have here is Commander Cody Phase 1, with a price of $70 US, 766 pieces, and of course no minifigures, releasing on that same date, March 1st. So I think these two are going to be fantastic for that helmet collection. It will be really nice to get some clone helmets. We haven't got them yet. We've got the Scout Trooper and we have got the Stormtrooper, but it will be fantastic to see these clones, not just a regular clone, but the proper captain and commander themselves. I know these were heavily sought after, and a lot of people made customs even as soon as they released just those first series of helmets, so it's definitely great to see that these will be added to the collection. Now, the next set we have here is still top secret, but it is set 75351. We don't know anything about this set otherwise that it will cost $70 and it will be released in 2023. The next set we have here is a bit of a mix-up. We're not sure exactly what it's going to be, but it will be either a Jabba's Palace diorama or a Death Star throne room diorama, set 75352. Now, this one will come in at a price of $100. It'll have 807 pieces. Minifigures are still to be decided, and it will be released on May the 1st. So we can see this year in 2022, we were released the first ever Star Wars dioramas. So the first one we had here was, of course, the X-Wing Trench Run. and then the second one was Yoda's and Luke's training on Dagobah. So these were two fantastic sets, especially for those older fans. As you can see, you got that little plaque down the bottom. The Force is strong with this one, and then do or do not, there is no try. So these are really great for those proper UCS collectors who aren't really willing to spend huge amounts of money on UCS sets. But so what I'm thinking, or what we have been told, is that it will be either a Jabba's throne room diorama or some sort of dual diorama. So personally, I think both of these could make really fantastic sets, and I guess we'll just have to wait a bit further into the year to know exactly which one of these sets is going to be being made into the diorama. However, due to the fact that we did get Jabba's throne room just recently with the Book of Boba Fett, I am kind of leaning towards that Death Star throne room. Now the next set we have here is the Endor Speed Up Bike Chase, which is set 75353. This one comes in at a price of $80, has a piece count of 608 pieces. Minifigures are still to be decided and will be released on May the 1st. And so this set really reminds me of this system set here that I've got, one of the very first original Star Wars sets, set 7128, way back in the day. So this set was way back in the day, but we can see we have the two Scout Troopers as well as those little speeders there, and then a little Luke with a little bit of shrubbery there. So I think maybe instead of shrubbery we'll hopefully get maybe a big tree with some little Ewoks or something like that, but this does look like a very nice set. Now the next set, of course, is still to be decided. This is set 75354. Price is to be decided, piece count is to be decided, minifigures are to be decided, and release date is, of course, 2023. So again, we don't know anything about that one. Another to be decided set, we do know that this one is going to cost $70, but again, same as the last one. Now guys, one thing you'll probably have all been waiting for is of course the UCS set for this year, and so this is set 75355. It will have a price of $239. Piece count is to be decided, minifigs are to be decided, and this one will release on May 4th, of course with that May the 4th promo. So I think this most likely is going to be a Master Builders series, so kind of like what I've got here with the Mos Eisley Cantina or the Cloud City, just because the pattern we've kind of seen the past few years is we tended to get the Master Builders series for May the 4th, and we would get a UCS set for May the 4th. Now the reason I say that is just because we seem to be alternating every year, and we have seen that this year we did get the Luke's Landspeeder, and so I think it is time that we get another Master Builders series. But I'm not sure, let me know down in the comments what UCS set do you think we'll be getting, or what UCS set do you think, or what UCS set would you like to add to your collection? I think this is definitely the sort of category where it could go anywhere, and I'm not really sure what LEGO is thinking at the moment. But there you go guys, that was just a really quick overview of all of the rumoured sets for 2023. As a LEGO Star Wars fan, I think this setup looks absolutely fantastic, and there are definitely some must-haves to add to your collection. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps out my channel. Please don't forget to leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking of these sets, and will you be picking them up for your own collection as soon as they release as we move into 2023. Please like the video, subscribe, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.